Hey, welcome back to Branching Out. I'm Curtis Hanlon. Today we're going to work on doing some air layering. We have these little half-inch circular holes, pods they call them. These are air layering pods. And we have our dirt and some rope, and we'll show you what we're going to use this for. And we have some cocoa coir mixed with a little bit of Miracle Grow. And what we're going to do is just squeeze it. See that water that might come out there? That's all we're gonna do is just squeeze that out, and we're gonna pack each one of these on both sides, just like so, and get it nice and tight in there. Spread it on in there nice and tight, nice and flat, the best we can. And then we're gonna find a 1/2 inch. So this is looking pretty close to about a 1/2 inch round. So maybe not this particular branch, but we're gonna find specific branches, and we're going to girdle them. So we'll get up close here and I'll show you what we should do in order to girdle them, and what you need to know about air layering. Now this is my second attempt. I wasn't so good at the first one, but I've modified my plan, and we're going to use a little tin foil to help keep the sun from baking on top of these pods, even though they're green. If you're using something that's, say, see-through, like a plastic bag, or something opaque, something that allows the sunlight to get through, you don't want that because it will cook the roots while they're trying to grow. Definitely not a thing you want to do. So you use some tin foil to block all that light out. So that's what we want, a nice dark ball around our girdle to start getting the roots that we want. So let's get up close. We'll show you. We'll pick a couple of branches here. I'm going to try and do about 8, if I can, 6 to 8 of these here. And then what I want to do is a couple of Bing cherries that are down in the food forest. But right here I need some more apricots. I've been looking around, and these trees, probably about this tall or so, they want about $100 to $120 for them, and I just can't afford that, and I can't keep buying trees that may or may not live. So this is what we're going to do. Let's see. It's going to take us 6 to 12 weeks probably to start seeing roots, and I'll be coming out here either every day or every other day and giving them a little dose of a couple of drops of water or something inside the ball. They have a cone feed here. So they have one here with I'll show you up close so you can see up close, is they have the little prong in there that goes on the bottom, and then they have like a funnel at the top so that you can add the water in there, and or if it rains or whatever, right, and allow water to come in there and then come out the bottom. So let's get started and do some of that girdling. All right, so we've picked here, this is about a 1/2 inch, say about the thickness of my baby finger. And we're gonna find a couple of nodes here. So there's one here, here, and here. And we want about 1 inch, so maybe 2 blades, 1, 2. And that's what we wanna do. So first thing you're gonna do, score all the way around, like so. Just like that. This is just the first step of girdling. So we'll get down to the bottom here. We got 1, 2, somewhere around there, I think we'll do. And there we go. And then what we're gonna do, slice her down the middle here, just like that. Peel her back, and we'll take it off just like a jacket. It's like clothing for a tree here. Take off its underwear. All right, so now that we've got the big pieces off, what we're gonna do, right here is the xylem. Right here, this is all xylem. You wanna make sure there's no connection from here to here, because what we're trying to do is pass it through. So as you can see, it's all coming off, just like that, right down to the stuff right there, you know? That's it. You just want nice clean wood right there all around. So give me 2 seconds. And scrape it real good. So there you go. We scraped it really good all the way around. Want to make sure there's no xylem left so that they're connected, you know? And that's the big key right there. A lot of people think you can just girdle it and you're done. You don't want to do that. So now that we have that, we'll take the ball that we packed. And we're gonna place it like this, just like that, right in the center. As you can see, we're gonna fold it over, squeeze her real tight. There's a little latch right here that we can use to hold it in place, just like so, and she's in. Now, in other cases, you would use zip ties and stuff like that, but we're gonna use tin foil instead. Okay, so I still have another branch here in case this doesn't work out. But now that it's gonna be very weak because of that, we're gonna wanna use some of that string, and we're gonna wanna tie the branch to another branch, basically. Because when that wind comes and this starts to get dried out, it'll snap right there, which is what happened the first time I did it. Even though I was doing well, that's what happened. They snapped, they just fell over, and that was kaput for that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a bunch more of that. We're gonna do a couple of more, and we'll get onto the tin foil. So basically, the tin foil too, pretty simple stuff. Just ordinary, no name tin foil. Doesn't have to be special. The non-stick kind probably is more preferred. Yeah, get a nice big chunk here. We're gonna grab it. We're gonna probably, what we're gonna do, fold it? Let's fold it. And we'll get that shiny side out, and we're just gonna wrap that baby like so. We'll get that on over the branch there. And that's all we're gonna do. We're gonna leave it a little bit open at the top because, again, we wanna be able to water it, right? So, and just squeeze her nice and tight, just like so. If you have any problems, what you can use is like get some electrical tape. Just use some electrical tape to hold it there, just like that. So that's pretty easy going, right? We're just gonna, now we gotta do that about, 7 more times. Hopefully we'll find a few more, and then we're gonna tie them up. So let's back up and we'll show you the finished product here. All right, you can see now, I'm all done. I tied it all up because what we don't want is this branch here, what happens is it just, the wind will keep taking it, and eventually the junction there will dry out and it'll snap. It'll just snap in the wind because it's kind of dying, right? So what we want to do is keep it moist in there. I got my rope all over this thing to hold it up there as best I can. I got it all the way strung around the tree on each branch that has a junction on it. And we have 7. So I didn't do 8. One of them was, the hinge was kind of broken, so I didn't want to mess with it. But 7 will do. If we can get even 6 out of 7 or 5 out of 7, I'll be doing all right this year. So we're going to try this again down in the food forest. And there you go. 7 air layered apricots. All right, so we're all done up here in the apricot. I just wanted to give you a kind of a showdown here of how you do that little girdle, and the tin foil trick and the tying it up is a trick too. I didn't learn that until like this time around, so we did that. We used cocoa coir and a little bit of a mix of perlite with the Miracle Grow that's in it. So we'll come back tomorrow, and I'll probably give it a couple of drops of water in each one of these, and probably tomorrow, if not the next day, I got to cut some grass, is get down into the food forest, and we're going to do cherries the same way. I'll do a quick rundown on that because it's basically the same thing. But stay tuned. Next week we'll try and do another video. This is what I'm working on this year, is a lot of propagation, whether it's seeds, air layering, mounding. We'll just be going around looking for certain plants that we definitely want to get more into the food forest. I even did the back tree line, which is like way out there, but I do have extra galas, possibly honey crisps. I'm not really sure what they are, but because they're a surprise, we'll just throw them out the very back there, and we'll hope we get some trees out of that too. So we want to get a whole bunch of trees going this year. I have about 40 of these little ball things, and if we can get them to work, even half of that, 50-50 would be great. I'm hoping for more. But we'll do all right. We'll get some roots in here. We'll just cut this off. We'll have a whole tree, and we'll be getting them in probably in the fall, because I'll probably pull them out, put them in a pot, because it'll be way too hot by the time these things are ready. So, you know, 6 to 12 weeks. So we're looking at, you know, all of June and possibly all of July, maybe some of August, to see if we have any roots in here. So we're gonna keep coming in here and taking care of it. Oh, I got a tick on me. Anyways, yeah, the ticks are bad this year. So stay tuned, be safe, come back. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up down there. Comment. I love to hear your guys' comments on everything that I'm doing and hearing what you guys are doing. And yeah, okay, we'll see you next week.